Over 50,000 scales, zero money spent, and I'll show you exactly how. Most players miss hidden rewards, waste their baits, and never even come close to that amount. In this video I'll show you some tricks, hidden rewards, how to set up your event screen, and my strategy to reach the amount promised in the title. I've tested this strategy for months, and it works every single time. Hello everyone, this is Ace and welcome to my channel. As the title says, in this video we'll talk about the fishing challenge event. I'll show you how to get more than 50,000 scales without spending anything at all and with almost zero effort, just a bit of planning. So let's start talking about the hidden rewards. There are two types of hidden rewards. As strange as it may seem, some players aren't aware of them or don't exploit them to their full potential. As for the first hidden reward, when you go to this section here, claim, on the bottom left you'll see an hourglass that says free for the first time that you log in for the day, because you get one opportunity daily to click for free on the hourglass and you'll get hours of rewards for free. After using the free daily click, then the 500 biocaps will appear. Click on it again, because 500 biocaps is a very small amount, is basically nothing compared to the huge amount of rewards you get in return. By doing this, like I said, you get hours of free rewards, which can be baits, buffs, or both. Now let's move on to the other hidden reward, which is more of an absent reward than hidden most of the time. I'm referring to the so-called encounters. I'm talking about this thing here on the top right side of the screen. Every now and then, randomly, a dog with a scuba mask appears in the top right corner. Below you see a timer. Now there are 34 minutes, but you have this is a timed mission and you have exactly 2 hours to complete it. Sometimes the missions are quite simple, sometimes more complicated, and sometimes resource intensive. For example, asking you to catch a certain type of fish, exactly the mission that I got now. Other times it's not a mission at all, you just collect, clicking on claim, a free reward. So keep an eye on that top right corner, because roughly a couple times every day these encounters pop up without you doing anything. However, there may be a trick. It seems like there is something you can do to increase your chances of triggering these encounters. It might be a coincidence, but I've noticed it works. Not 100% of the time, but often enough to recommend it. So when you don't, now it's not gonna work because there is already an encounter appeared. So considering that you don't have an encounter triggered, go to an arena and start refreshing some of the fish in the pool. If the encounter gets triggered, good. Otherwise, change arena and keep refreshing. Do this 3, 4, 5 times until you don't trigger the encounter. If it doesn't work, it's okay. You should already know from this screen that you should never wait over 6 hours between each login. So if you log in every 4 or 5 hours, whatever, depending of course on your schedule, you can try this little trick. This way you should be able to trigger something like 4, 5, 6, even 6 encounter each day. Now, going back to the mission types, I said sometimes the missions are simple, sometimes complicated. In this case, where they ask you to catch 10 fish of that specific type, actually it's not even a specific type, they actually want a specific fish. This requires, first of all, a lot of time to locate them. Second, this mission requires a lot of baits to catch the fish that they want. And third, the rewards are not that good, are usually just a handful of baits, in this case just 3 advanced baits. So these missions are absolutely not worth it. Sometimes instead you get missions that ask you to use 20 advanced bait, and in that case the reward is a gold bait. That is a really good mission, absolutely worth it, because first the mission is asking you to use purple bait, so just use them, doesn't matter where, on which fish, so you don't have to catch one particular type of fish. Second, each purple fish is worth 150 scales. I show you that you should use the advanced bait on a tire fish. So 150 scales per purple fish is pretty good. Third, if you check on probability, you check the catch rate with advanced bait on a quality fish, you have 50% chance of catching it. This means that with 20 baits we can expect to catch about 10 fish. So with 20 baits we are expecting 1.5k scales, which is pretty good. Plus, even failed attempts still give you a small amount of scales, so missions like that one are really worth doing. A small but very important side note for the strategy, remember this. Let's check the catch rate with advanced bait. We just said 50% for an A-tier fish and 2.5% for an S-quality fish. So, with 20 advanced bait, we just said that we are expecting to earn 1.5k scales. But with the same amount of advanced bait used on gold fish, we are expecting to catch a fish, an S fish, 50% of the time, by just doing 2.5 times 20, which is 50%. So we are not even 100% sure to catch one gold fish. So, from a purely probabilistic standpoint, if you have 20 advanced baits, the best choice is to use them on A-tier fish. So, on top of that, the mission will give you a gold bait in return, and a premium bait has a 75% chance to catch an S-tier fish. So, again, that mission is really good. Do them. And remember this calculation because they'll be crucial for the strategy and for maximizing profits. That's it for the hidden rewards. Now let's see how to actually take full advantage of this event and collect as much as possible. So let's talk about items management. Go back on this part here. We just said let's try to collect every 4-6 hours depending on your schedule. This way you will get a lot of possibly buff, but also baits. So you wanna start stashing item. Another item that gets involved in this game are biocaps. When you refresh the pool, you're going to use either biocaps or this item here, the sonar ticket. Now, I know that when you refresh, it requires you only a small portion of biocaps, only 30 biocaps, but since you're going to do thousands of refresh, it's really important to not waste biocaps because it will be an enormous waste. You're going to use the sonar ticket instead, and they cost only 1 abyssal clams. Now, buy only a small portion at the start of the event, because you need to save clams, first of all, for all the blue baits. There are 300 available, so 50,000 clams for blue baits. 10 advanced bait, so save another 5,000 if you can, and possibly save another 10 for the premium bait. Now, in addition to what I just said, you must save 6,000 scales, and this is absolutely crucial for these 2 buffs, Ocean's Blessing. And another really important thing for later, do not buy both buffs at the same time. Buy them one at a time. This is really important, we'll come back to this. And if you can, save another 3,000 for buying this buff here, Effortless Yield. As for the last buff, the Pro Sonar, absolutely avoid it. Forget it completely, do not buy it, it's a trap. Many players fall into it. It's harmful and counterproductive. I'll explain you why later, and it will be crystal clear. Now let's go to board optimization. To collect the maximum number of scales while spending the minimum number of baits, we need to refresh the fish, and we are looking for goldfish mainly. With the quick scan, we can refresh all 5 fish slots at once, but since I already have some S-tier fish, I don't want to lose them, so I am going to refresh one manually, each one of these. First tip, click continuously without even looking, because when a high quality fish appears, and for the game a rare fish is either a gold one or a purple one, you get a warning. So if you just click and wait for the fish to appear, then check if it's a gold one, if it's not, you keep clicking, you're gonna waste a lot of time. But we can use that warning at our advantage, and we just keep clicking. When we get through the warning, we then at that point only check if we got the goldfish that we want. Doing so, you will save some time, and what you want to achieve is to get 3, like in this case, or 4, or possibly 5 goldfish in the pool. This way, if you go on collection, and then you can switch arenas, 5 fish times 4 arena, you have already up to 20 fish ready to catch. Only at that point, when you have all the board optimized, that is when you go and buy the buff. And that's why that buff is important. That's why it's important to save abyssal clams, because the buff lasts 600 seconds, so 10 minutes. So you don't want to waste time refreshing the pool, waiting for an S-tier fish to appear. You want the S-tier fish already there. Once the buff is active, you should start using only blue baits on the goldfish. This is another trap many players fall into. I know it sounds counterintuitive, because if you see the catch rate and probability to catch an S-tier fish with a basic bait, the catch rate is 0.5%. This means that you need on average 200 basic bait to catch an S-tier fish, but still, trust me, it will be worth it. And also, the catch rate with the other fish is not that good. And also, I will show you something that could be a trick or could be a misinterpretation of the rules. So, once the buff is active, you should start using only blue bait. You should start using the blue baits only for the S-tier fish. Of course, if you have gold baits, use them on gold fish. And I said use them when the buff is active. So you should plan your fishing session around the buff windows. Personally, I usually fish only at the end of the event, when I've collected enough scales, enough clams to buy all the baits and the buffs. So, like I said, since the buff lasts 10 minutes, usually on the last day I activate my buff, I buy one at a time, so I have 20 minutes to use all my baits. And that's it. If I run out of bait, perfect, I'm done, I can focus on what to buy with the skills I've earned. If I still have bait left, I reset the screen like I showed you before, refresh until I get goldfish, and if I have another buff to buy, I'll buy another one and do my second fishing session. Usually, in 2 sessions, I manage to use all the baits I've accumulated over the previous days and end up with around 60,000 scales. A small variation of this plan is when, during your daily claiming session, you happen to get a buff. Now in this case, I just passed the 1 hour threshold. I'm not getting probably nothing else before the 2nd hour, so I'm gonna claim this one. But in case you get a buff, well, that buff doesn't go into your inventory, it gets activated immediately. And you'll see a red dot here on buff, and the timer starts going. That case, well, the buff was unexpected and for free, it can be useful to use your basic baits on the goldfish, because that will help you in not, rushing at the end of the event. And this is important because if you focus everything on the last day, you might not be able to use all your baits within those 10 minutes if you buy one buff, or 20 minutes if you buy both. And it's not a mechanical issue. You can physically click 500, 600 times on the screen in 10 minutes. The problem is that by using 500, 600 blue baits, you likely catch all the goldfish that you have prepared so carefully on all the arena. And then you'll have to refresh again the pool to find other goldfish to catch, and that will require a lot of time. At that point the buff might expire and you'll be stuck with baits left and no buff, which must absolutely not happen. So when you get a free buff, that's a great moment to use some baits. This is also why when you don't have active buffs and you have a few minutes, you should always go on an arena and do some refresh. This way you will have your board ready for when is needed. Now let's talk about this buff, the Pro Sonar. This is absolutely harmful. As you can see, even while I'm recording, it's not easy to get S-tier fish. If you look at spawn rate, you need on average 100 refresh to get one S-tier fish. The A-tier fish instead appear 5% of the time. If you activate this buff, this increases the chance of detecting A quality fish by 10%. That means that the spawn rate will go from 5% to 15%. That means almost 1/7 refresh you will get an advanced, an A-tier fish, and you don't want them. So, like I said, that you want to click until you don't get the warning. Imagine get the warning every 7 click, every 7 tap on the screen. That's absolutely counterproductive. First of all, for your time. Second, because you don't need the A-tier fish. So, let's check also the value. The A-tier fish are 150 scales as a reward, while S-tier fish are worth 2000 scales. So your goal should always be the S-tier fish, unless it's a particular case like the encounter that I was explaining you before. That's all for today. This is how I approach the event. It's been tested for several months and I consistently managed to bring home around 60,000 scales without spending anything. Let me know in the comment if the video helped you, what strategy you use, and whether you already knew all of this. If the video was helpful, leave a like and to support the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!